Good afternoon, welcome to the KC Lightstream Stadium for round 6 of the first Utility Super League as Hull Kingston Rovers face off against the Wakefield 22 Wildcats. Rovers got their first win of the season last week over the Bradford Bulls, so coming to this game in good heart. Wakefield, well, they're not having a bad season, they've got a couple of wins under the belt. Rovers can go above the Wildcats in the league ladder with a victory today. Coach Craig Sandercock has named the following lineup this afternoon. In the backs, lining up at fullback, wearing number 2, sponsored by Quick Tough, Ben Cockayne. On the right wing, wearing number 32, sponsored by East Yorkshire Shutters, Adi Gardner. At right centre, wearing number 18, sponsored by Jelf Insurance Partnership, Liam Salter. At left centre, wearing the number 3 shirt, sponsored by Malcolm West Forklifts, Chris Wellham. And on the left wing, wearing number 24, sponsored by the Hull KR Fans Forum, Omari Caro. Standoff, joint skipper of the Robins, wearing number 6, sponsored by IRS, Travis Burns. And at scrum half, wearing number 7, sponsored by the Hull Angling Centre, Chris Keating. And now the forwards. Starting in the front row, wearing number 14, sponsored by Walker Technical Solutions, Adam Walker. At hooker, co-skipper of the Robins, wearing number 9, sponsored by A1 Tyre Services, Josh Hodgson. Also in the front row, wearing number 10, sponsored by ClearTech Waste Services, Michael Wayman. At 11 in the second row, sponsored by Primary Technologies, Kevin Leroyer. Also in the second row, wearing number 20, sponsored by Adges Buses, Jordan Cox. And the loose forward, wearing number 12, sponsored by P&D Engineering, Neville Costigan. On the bench for the Robins this afternoon, number 23, James Green, sponsored by Jacob and Associates. Number 21, Keel Carlisle, sponsored by Sapphire Creative Sign Making. Number 16, Jason Nefferton, sponsored by Mr. and Mrs. Broadbent. And number 22, Reese Lovegrove, sponsored by Steve Leeming Plant. Hull Kingston Rovers head coach Craig Sandercock is sponsored by SJS Flooring Specialists. And now today's opponents, the Wakefield Trinity Wildcats. They will line up with Jared Sammet at fullback, a three-quarter line of Peter Fox, Dean Collis, Reese Lynn and Chris Riley. Paul Sykes and Peter Godinay make up the halfback partnership, with a front row led by Scott Anderson, Paul McShane and Nick Scruton. Matty Ryan and Danny Kermond are the second row partnership, with Danny Washbrook the loose forward. On the bench for the Wildcats, Andy Raleigh, Ali Lauatiti, Talima Tautai and Harry Seeker. Today's officials, Phil Bentham, Mr. W. Turley on the touchline along with Mr. R. Webb. And the Wildcats are coached, of course, by Richard Agar, assisted by former Robins favourite James Webster. So Wakefield take to the field as Red Robins about to reverberate around the KC Lightstream Stadium. This is a big test for Hull Kingston Rovers. Wakefield will be a stronger proposition than the Bradford Bulls were last weekend. Coach Craig Sandercock had to make 2 changes. The suspension to big Justin Paul and the hamstring injury to Jamie Langley, giving an opportunity to Jason Nefferton and Reese Lovegrove. So Josh Hodgson leads the Robins out. Phil Bentham runs out wearing his lime green kit, black shorts. It looks as though the Robins will get this game underway. Ben Cockayne, the man who spent 2 seasons at the Wildcats before returning to his spiritual home, is about to get this one underway. A real smatter of ex-Hull FC and Hull Kingston Rovers players out there. As the ball is kicked high, it's collected by Paul Sykes, and Wakefield have first use of the football. McShane goes into dummy half, just pops it to his right hand side. The tacklers are there. 3 Rovers defenders in attendance. Can they keep that same intensity which nilled the Bradford Bulls last week? Kermond runs at Keating, but Keating stands his ground. Godinez wearing the scrum cap, wearing 7. He'll be looking to direct the Wildcats around the field, and 9 metres inside their own half. Short flat pass from McShane, well watched by the Rovers defence. On the last tackle, Godinez with the kick. It's a decent one for Ben Cockayne to take. Holds the position despite Greg Eden being named in the 19-man squad, and gets some attention from his former teammate there, Danny Kerman. Nick Scruton's wearing 30. He was signed from the Bradford Bulls a couple of weeks into the season. Leroy now had a good game for the Catalans against Wakefield last year, I recall. Mick Wayman, good strength, good direct running, and Rovers are inside Wakefield's half of the field. Adam Walker sucks in 4 defenders, goes to ground. Rovers just edging the way up towards the Wakefield 20, but they are on the last tackle. Keating promotes the ball. Cox finds Wellham. It hits the leg of the Wakefield man. It's not gone out. Omari Caro's had the tackle count wiped, so he plays on. A touch of good fortune there for the Robins, but Wellham's kick was definitely played at. Costigan tries to burst between 2 defenders, eventually goes to ground 18 metres out. Disagreement between Costigan and Scruton, but play goes on. Good offload from Walker. It's gone backwards, but has Josh Hodgson lost that ball? No, he's just got enough on it to say, play the ball. That was Phil Bentham's decision. Here's Keating now. Cockayne links in, finds Cairo with the bullet pass. Cairo gets the ball back inside superbly to Cockayne. Cockayne offloads, it's hit the Wakefield man, and Rovers have the tackle count wiped yet again. The noise levels rise here inside the KC Lightstream Stadium. Rovers are on the attack, there's a big gap there. Walker's looking to offload. Rovers just weren't quick enough with the hands then. The switch from Josh Hodgson. Burns misses out the man. Salter goes directly at Reece Lynn. Lynn's not the best defender, but does enough on this occasion. A.D. Gardner puts it back inside to Burns. There's a gap for Adam Walker. Offload to Costigan. Costigan gets that down, and Rovers lead by 4 points to 0. We've played 3.5 minutes. Rovers got 2 repeat sets, and eventually the pressure told. They've got in for the opener. It's the PNG skipper, Neville Costigan, grounding the ball safely just to the right hand side of the post, and Rovers lead by 4 points to 0.
Sponsored by PNG Engineering, the scorer, number 12, Neville Costigan!
Adam Walker heavily involved there with a couple of offloads. Rovers were pretty much off the cuff at times, but it was effective. Costigan's first try in the colours of the Robins. And that's a great start. Travis Burns turns 4 into 6.
Travis Burns!
Just had enough reach to get that ball down safely, did the Robins, number 12. So Sykes restarts, it's high, it's going to go into open space, that one. Luckily for Ben Cockayne, it bounced kindly. Rovers will need to be aware of that restart. Walker now has made a positive start to this game. Played on off the bench last week, gets a starting opportunity this week with the absence of Justin Poor. Costigan takes a shot from Scruton but retains possession. Hodgson just looks left but then went right. Leroyer is a good runner in open space but faced up by 3 white shirts. Rovers come again with Walker, just tries to step away from the first line of defence. Fifth and last signals the referee. So Rovers may need to put boot to ball, they've done so. Keating, it's not the best but it's bounced into the shins of Paul Sykes. Here's former Robins favourite Peter Fox with his first touch of the afternoon. So Rovers with some defensive work to do now. Wakefield have the ball 22 metres from their own try line. McShane just trots into dummy half, goes short. Rovers have 3 there, that's copybook tackling, 2 up top, 1 around the knees. Oh, that looks a high one, but Phil Bentham allows it to go. It was on Danny Washbrook, the former Hull FC man. Got in a right-footed kick downfield. Adi Gardner makes the call and he makes the catch. Purposefully runs the ball back. He's a good returner of the football, is Adi Gardner. May not have the pace of a few years ago, but certainly a strong runner, and he's left Matty Ryan down in back play. Hodgson looking for a gap, crosses halfway. The Rovers fans appreciative of that work from their hooker there. Here's Mick Wayman carrying on as he did against Bradford last week. A real barnstorming performance, that one. Looks up for it again, does Mick Wayman. Keating seen the gap. Oh, he had Costigan on his shoulder but couldn't get the pass away. Last tackle, Burns puts a nothing kick in really. It was one of those where you look as though you're caught in 2 minds. Chris Riley, the man on loan from Warrington, tries to get Peter Fox launched, but Rovers defensively have muscled up and got the shape. Wakefield with McShane, one-handed pick-up. Ryan tries to shrug off the attentions of Liam Salter, but the young centre does well. Just rolls away. McShane tries to find a 2-on-1. Well, had he passed, Reece Lynn would have had a clear run, and he's lost the ball. And now there's a disagreement with Travis Burns. 2 fiery players trying to pull them apart. The officials with a decision to make. The timekeeper, well, I'm sure Phil Bentham called timed off, but I don't think the timekeeper's seen it. Was it frustration on the part of Paul McShane? Was it foul play by Travis Burns? Phil Bentham's going to have a word with the touch judge over on that far side in front of the east stand. McShane's been called out. Looks as though Burns is going to be called out too. May just say, cut out the silly stuff, get on with the game. Still early, only 9 minutes gone. I think that was a sensible approach from Phil Bentham, but we'll keep an eye on that one. Net result is Rovers get the scrum and Chrissy Wellham has possession. Dumped onto his back. Adam Walker collects and tries to move forward. 3 defenders in to wrap him up. Danny Kermond was around the ankles, had a great season last year, the Wakefield skipper. Burns into space. Rovers can't take it, it's gone loose, but will be the knock on. Cried shame that one because Rovers had Wakefield on numbers. Wakefield congratulate each other on the defensive work, and they were quick up into the line then, but had that pass stuck. think Rovers would have had an overlap. So the ball's out. Paul Sykes just shakes his head there as he took the tackle of Josh Hodgson. Hodgson's in again, along with Chris Wellham. The Wildcats have just edged the way over halfway. Missed out pass, finds Kermond. Jordan Cox wraps up the dangerous second row man of the Wildcats. McShane moves it back in field. That looks forward from Godinez. Not seen by the officials, but no harm done because Rovers had 3 defenders there. Wakefield go left to Sykes. Another flat pass. Ryan can't offload, but Rovers are on the back foot. Wakefield have 1 tackle remaining. Crossfield kick, it's a high one. Wakefield have 3 there, Rovers have 4, but they've created an overlap. Peter Fox needs to be taken down. He's got the ball away. The kick ahead, and that goes dead in goal. Phil Bentham wants a word with the officials. I think Wakefield are appealing for an obstruction against them. Didn't look to be too much wrong with that. Should be a 20-metre restart, but you never know what's being discussed between the 3 officials. And eventually the decision is given and Wayman gets the first charge in of this set. Hodgson's there, finds Adi Gardner at pace, but Wakefield defending well in the centre of the field against some real aggressive running from Rovers. Flat pass, Ben Cockayne almost spins away. Danny Washbrook makes the tackle. Hodgson evades Washbrook. Runs at Matty Ryan. He's a powerful lad, is Josh Hodgson. He's still going. Made another 10 metres despite Wakefield having the hands all over him. Here's Leroy. He straightens it up. He goes through a gap. Finds Hodgson again. Long pass finds Costigan. Costigan dummies and goes himself. Rovers were stacked up. They still are. Keating. Flat pass to Wellham, great ball to Cairo. Oh, great try, great hands from the Ginger Ninja. And Amari Cairo goes in for Rovers' second try of the afternoon. It's in the 13th minute of play. Rovers made the right decision, they went the right way. Sublime sense of play from Wellham, and Cairo grounds it around 2 or 3 metres in from the left-hand corner flag. 10-0 to the Robins. Superb build-up play. You can trace that one back to the run of Josh Hodgson earlier in the piece. Really took the fight to the Wildcats. Got them on the back foot, and then when Rovers moved the ball from right to left, the numbers were there. Costigan almost got his offload away. That would have created a try, but on the 5th tackle, Keating to Wellham to Cairo, pays dividends for the Robins. Travis Burns looking to tag on the extra 2 from wide out on the touchline. That one goes across the face of the post. It's a 10 points advantage to Craig Sandercock's men. The restart's taken by the Robins. Mick Wayman goes hard and straight once again. Been very impressive as Wayman. This man has 2, Josh Hodgson. He feeds Neville Costigan. Costigan's just growing into his Hull Kingston Rovers career now, it seems. He really played well last week, I thought, and he looks really up for this one. Keating goes into dummy half. He goes to the short side. Gives Jordan Cox a running opportunity. Met by some ferocious defence from the Wildcats. Scott Anderson, the big number 8, was there. Quick hands, Cockayne loses the ball. He had Travis Burns on his right hand shoulder. Rovers would have created a break in the line then had that stuck. Wakefield will breathe a sigh of relief. They've been under the pump for the last 5 minutes or so. So Wakefield now, they'll be looking to try and fight their way back into this game. They've got some good experience out there with the likes of Sykes and Collis and one or two others. Sammett's a dangerous man, of course. That play the ball isn't particularly a quick one. It gives Rovers chance to get up into the faces, and Adam Walker did exactly that. That was great defence from the Rovers prop forward. McShane with the switch. Ryan tries to fend off Travis Burns. Burns gets him with the second attempt. Plays it, does Ryan. Moves the ball infield to Nick Scruton. He's running across the face of the Rovers defence, and that allows the red and whites just to spin him to the floor. McShane finds Godine. He goes to the sky. Cockaine's calling for that one. He gets back into the field. Oh, he's lost it, and he manages just to push it dead. Well, Ben Cockaine's had a slightly shaky start to this game. He's lost the ball on 2 occasions. He took that ball safely, but then the challenge on him made the ball come loose. But thankfully Ben had the experience and the presence of mind to put the ball dead, but it's earned the Wildcats a repeat set. Those can be game-changing moments. If Wakefield can capitalise in this set of 6, they will feel that it was a job well done. So Godine feeds Scruton. Scruton, former Leeds, Bradford, had a loan spell with Hull FC some years ago too. McShane just goes flat to Anderson. Anderson will play it 15 metres or so from the Robins post, centre field. McShane looks for Washbrook, who puts it down. Rovers offload. Josh Hodgson has got the ball away to Salter. He takes a shot around the head for his troubles, but play goes on. Adi Gardner tries to step away from 2 defenders. Reece Lynn managed to make the tackle. Ball is offloaded, but Wakefield are offside. James Green takes to the field to replace Michael Wayman as Rovers get a penalty 10 metres inside their own half of the field. So the interchanges begin. Craig Sandercock is the man to roll the dice first. And Rovers are back underway with Laroya. Rovers are now midway inside the Wakefield half. The Frenchman goes down, he's lost the ball. Did he get it back? No. Decision goes the way of the Wildcats, so that's poor play from Kevin Laroya. So Rovers will be hunting the mistake once again. Losing the ball on the first tackle. 25 metres from your opponent's line. No excuses. Kermon tries to burst between 2. Taken down by the 2 gingers, Keaton and Wellham. Ball back inside, finds Keaton. Overlaps being created. Cairo misses the man. Godine kicks ahead. Fox against Cairo. Cairo wins the chase and puts it dead. Had the kick been wider, Fox would have had the outside of Cairo. The line of the kick suited the Rovers man. I think over a straight race Cairo would have the legs on Fox, but Fox can still shift. And Rovers are having to soak up some pressure in this game now. Leading 10-0 with 18.5 minutes gone on the clock. The restart finds Godine. He pops it short to another former Robin in the shape of Andy Raleigh. Had that fantastic season 2005. Big shot goes in on Anderson. How will Rovers now cope with Mick Wayman onto the bench? Oh, there's an overlap here. Fox has got Cockayne to beat. Oh, what a tackle. Oh, the referee's not happy with it. It was ball and all. Have the officials been slightly hasty with that decision? High tackle is the award. It was a try saver. Not sure Ben Cockayne had too many options there. The pace that Peter Fox was coming at him, had to try and stop him, and he did exactly that. And now Wakefield have lost possession. 10 metres from the Robins line. Richard Agar and James Webster will be absolutely furious. Cry of Charlie. Charlie goes up. They know that their fullback, Ben Cockayne, saved a certain 4 points there. I'm sure he'll get a 10-match ban for that from the idiots at the Rugby League, but you never know. Rhys Lovegrove comes on to replace Neville Costigan. Rovers have possession. It's with James Green.
With SOS Office Supplies. For Hull Kingston Rovers, number 22, Rhys Lovegrove, replacing number 12, Neville Costigan.
Adam Walker, I'm not sure he felt he was going to be the recipient there. He's just done enough to hang on to the football. Rovers need to reassert their authority in this game. Here's a man who can help do that. Rhys Lovegrove loves to go forward. Been waiting for another opportunity as Rhys, and he gets it. Josh Hodgson, flat pass. Cockayne was racing in from fullback. Good defence from Washbrook. Rovers are on the last. Keating goes to the sky. May go out on the full. It's bounced in the field of play. Caro puts it back inside. It's missed by Keating. And his opposite number, Peter Godinay, manages to get possession. But Rovers have got Wakefield back inside their own 20 for the first time in a long while. But not for long, because they've now been adjudged offside by Phil Bentham. So Wakefield have gone into the half of the Robins. Big Ali Lawatiti's on his. Another substitute, Andy Raleigh.
For Wakefield, Trinity Wildcats, number 17, Taulima Tautai.
Tautai's also on, so Richard Agar ringing the changes. Scott Anderson's left the field. Wakefield are starting to look the part in this game now, and you do feel that Rovers need to keep sound defensively. McShane moves it to his right. Missed out pass. Well, I'm not quite sure what Peter Godinay's looking at the Wakefield players around him for. That was an awful pass. What was he doing? And then he had the cheek to look to his right hand side and say, where were you, to Peter Fox, and Peter Fox would have needed to been about 12 foot tall to take that one in. We're not complaining if you're wearing the colours of red and white, because the Robins are leading and Wakefield are, at this moment in time, coughing up some good opportunities with ball in hand. Sooner or later, Rovers are going to have another spell in the Wakefield half, you feel. The last time they did, Leroy made a mistake on tackle number 1. They can't afford to do that again. Lovegrove takes a couple of shots, but looks really full of energy, does Rhys Lovegrove. Keating did well to take that. Cox secures the football, runs into the back of Wellham. Could have been a penalty, but play goes on. Keating wants a runner. It's Adam Walker. Walker looks as though he's ready for a breather. Just looks as though he's puffing slightly. Rovers have Jason Neverton and Keil Carlisle on the bench still. That kick from Burns isn't the best. It's stopped by the foot of Paul Sykes, and although Samet was named on the team sheet at fullback, whoa, we may hear more of that one. Travis Burns lifted Sykes and he went head first into the turf. Well, we may hear about that one during the week. It's gone on report. So it's in the lap of the gods now as to whether Travis Burns will be facing the Warrington Wolves next Sunday. Flick a coin. Wakefield on the attack once again. Great shot from Josh Hodgson on Andy Raleigh, but Raleigh's promoted the ball. Samet moves it to Tautai. Tautai can't break the tackle of Burns, and he's lost the football. And the cheers from the East Stand as Phil Bentham awards the knock-on. Wakefield are absolutely error-strewn this afternoon. They can't control the football. Their completion rate must be absolutely awful, but Rovers can't afford to keep giving them possession because they've got some good attacking players out there of the Wildcats. Jordan Cox, first receiver at the scrum. That's a new tactic, and it'll give Rovers some good go forward. Lovegrove has once again. He's got 3 Wakefield men all over him, but still got over halfway. James Green just had to reach back for that ball. He's got the offload away though. Josh Hodgson bumps off Godinez, bumps off Washbrook. 2 bigger men eventually bring him to ground. Arm was trapped, says Bentham. Ball finds Burns, he goes flat to Leroya. Wakefield had coming quickly there in the shape of Lynn and Riley on that far side to cut down the options. Keating wants a runner, he's got Cockayne. Oh, that could be a penalty, and it is. Cockayne's furious with Jordan Cox. Cox is saying, I was your option, Ben Cockayne. Doesn't matter now. It's gone. 13 and a half minutes remaining of the first half. Wakefield with the penalty kick to touch, which Jared Samet dispatches to halfway. So McShane gets us back underway. Raleigh takes a shot from James Green. That halts his progress. Rovers slow the play of the ball down, and that allows them to be set soundly defensively. Tautai, big powerful man, but Rovers are there in numbers once again. McShane spins it into the hands of Godinez. That looks forward to Raleigh. Why the officials aren't calling these passes, I'll never know. Wakefield have got away with 1 or 2 already. There's an offload. Rovers need to get numbers across to that far side. Good tackle from Gardner has slowed them up momentarily. Reece Lynn is wrapped up, but Rovers are under the pump once again. Will Wakefield look to use the width of the field? They've gone to the considerable bulk and strength of Ali Lawatiti. It's on the 5th and last for the Wildcats. McShane puts the kick in. Cockayne can watch that one dead, and he wants a quick 20-metre restart. There's the fullback. He's got it, and he's got good 12-13 metre gain on the back of it, so a worthwhile exercise. Rovers wanting the penalty against Kermond. Wellham pushes Rovers forward another couple of metres. The switch from Josh Hodgson. Cairo takes a shot, shrugs off the tackle of Dean Collis. That was good strength from the Rovers number 24 wingman. Keating now needs to just inject himself more into this game. For me, he's just on the edges of it so far. It's gone right to Burns. Burns wants a runner inside. He's got Lovegrove. Lovegrove breaks the line. He wants support. There's Lovegrove. He tries to run through. Paul Sykes has got the penalty. Explosive running from Reece Lovegrove. Had there been a man on his shoulder, he may have been able to send them in for the try. But Rovers have another 6 tackles, and if Rovers can score, it would be a real sickener for Wakefield, who've had lots of possession in the last 10 minutes, but still nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Burns goes himself. Oh, and he was just dragged back by the ankles. Josh Hodgson, has he got that one down? He may well have done. Bentham awards a try. An opportunist score from Josh Hodgson. Rovers' third of the afternoon. It's come on the half an hour mark. And it's pushed the Robins into a 14-0 lead. Wakefield, they must be absolutely gutted.
By A1 Tyre Services, the scorer number 9, Josh Hodgson!
They've had lots of possession, but they've come up with lots of errors. And that punishing run from Rhys Lovegrove, which earned the penalty, has led to a try from the Rovers hooker. 14-0, Burns with the kick to come. Strong man from a couple of metres out is Josh Hodgson. Travis Burns with the conversion. That successfully goes through the post. The Wakefield kit man ran right across the line of Travis Burns then. The touch just has a word with him. So Sykes from the centre spot once again. Just over 9 minutes remaining in this first half. Rovers will be looking to keep the Wildcats out until that 40-minute mark, and then Craig Sandercock can do his work in the dressing room at half time. Cox ran past the shoulder of Raleigh, but then took a good shot from Tautai. Josh Hodgson just delayed the pass. Aidy Gardner coming in looking for work. Takes the two-man tackle of Washbrook and Lauatiti. Here's Cockayne. Gets an offload away. It finds Aidy Gardner. Aidy Gardner's punishing the Wildcats with that run upfield. 5 metres inside the opposition half. Here's Leroyer, another powerful run. The ball carries of the Robins this afternoon have been very strong. Keating just goes to the sky. It's a tester for Peter Fox. Well, he could have flicked a coin there. Peter Fox, with in his 4 seasons at Hulkingston Rovers, took some good ones and dropped some awful ones, and he managed to take that one. Great defence. Adam Walker playing lots of minutes. Look at him once again, Walker doubling up. That's determination and enthusiasm. Tautai gets an offload away, picked up from Chris Riley, but forward says Phil Bentham. Puts his head to his hands to his head, does the Warrington Loney. And Rovers have a great opportunity to pressurise the Wildcats line once again. The scrum goes down 30 metres out. It's out the base. Salter, not seen too much of Liam Salter in this first half, but securely carries Rovers further upfield. Lovegrove has made a good impact. Exactly what you want from your substitutes. Netherton and Wayman are about to come onto the field any moment now. Josh Hodgson goes to the open side. Keating with the link. Cockayne, oh, he's lost it once again. Was it pulled out by a Wakefield hand? No, says Phil Bentham. That's what Ben Cockayne's trying to claim. Ben Cockayne's running some great angles today, but his ball security hasn't been too clever. The sun breaks through here at the KC Lightstream Stadium. The scoreline of 16-0 will be warming the hearts of the Rovers faithful. Still we await the arrival of Netherton and Wayman for his second spell, but Wakefield have possession inside their own 20. McShane goes short to Tautai. Rovers really are muscling up well against Lauatiti and Tautai. McShane finds Rhys Lynn. He tries to look for a gap. He's offloaded. Rovers needs to be alert. It's into the hands of Scruton. They're just allowing Wakefield to offload far too often, and for me, sooner or later it may create something. Washbrook can't get his hands free. Josh Hodgson completed the tackle. Lovegrove muscling up, and this time Tautai won't be able to offload. He's taken to the floor. It's the fifth and last. Rovers clear the ruck. Godine. It's a crossfield kick. It's a high one. Cairo's there. Good take from Amiri Cairo. He called for it and he was secure, was the wingman. Ginger Ninja now just tries to fight Rovers out of their own 20. 3 white shirts were there to bring him down. The scoot off from dummy half was by Liam Salter. Here's A.D. Gardner now. Spins away from the first tackle, which was Big Ali Lawatiti. Laroya bounces off one, goes for the second effort. Lift, that's a lift. Nothing done, it's the last tackle against the Robins. Rovers are going to run it. Cockayne puts boot to ball. Left footed. Foxes, oh! And there we go. You never know what you're going to get from Peter Fox. He's run away from Wayman, but has made no ground whatsoever. Had that one squirmed out, that would have been a great position for Rovers to have a set of 6. But Wakefield have got possession into the final 4 minutes of this first half. Riesling comes in from that centre position, looking to offload. Taken to the floor. Tries to pinch the penalty by rolling over the top of big Michael Wayman, but nothing doing. The step from Washbrook, good tackle. Jordan Cox the man, and he's lost it as Washbrook appealing for the interference. The former Hull FC man is an Eastall lad, is Danny Washbrook in fact, but that mistake means Rovers, with a secure completion and a kick downfield, should more or less take this one through to the half-time hooter. Hodgson feeds Cairo. Cairo with the step. 5 metres inside Rovers half. He gets a good quick play the ball off the back of it. Hodgson moves forward and finds Burns. Burns links to Keaton. He puts it in field to Jason Nefferton. Nefferton wasn't the best play the ball, but play on, says Phil Bentham. The step inside is by Chrissy Wellham. He'll play it to Cairo. Cairo will look for Keating. There is that ball. Man on the shoulder is Lovegrove. Tries to fend off Paul McShane, but McShane sticks to his task. But Rovers now still have time to get their 4th of the afternoon. The kick in behind is by Keating. It's been lost, and Ginger Ninja Wellham has struck for the Robins. Paul Sykes with the mistake, and Chrissy Wellham was the man who got the ground in. It's come in the 38th minute, and Rovers lead by 20 points to 0. And Wakefield are just contributing to their own downfall here.
Sponsored by Malcolm West Cliffs. The scorer number 3, Chris Brown.
Shouldn't have been too testing that kick of Chris Keating, but Paul Sykes is an experienced man. He's played for Bradford, London, hundreds of Super League appearances under his belt, made a total mess of it, and the Ginger Ninja said thank you very much. The Robins have hit 20 points in this first half. Travis Burns, oh, he just swung that one in. 22-0. It was heading wide and then it just swung inside the post at the last moment. Burns is 3 from 4 with the boot. So Sykes, the man who made that mistake, restarts. It's taken by Amari Caro. Caro charges in, met by 3 Wakefield defenders, 20 metres from the Robins line. Play the ball, says Ben from Wakefield. We're all offside, but it was a scruffy play of the ball in fairness. We are into the final 5 seconds of this first half. Doesn't need anything silly. Rhys Lovegrove goes to the ground. Phil Bentham calls time off. We have completed 40 minutes here at the KC Lightstream Stadium, and it's fantastic news for Hulkingston Rovers. They have carried on from where they finished last week by not conceding any points, and they have scored 4 first half tries. It all got underway in the 4th minute. Back-to-back sets from the Robins. Saw P&G skipper Neville Costigan reach over for his first try in the colours of Hulkingston Rovers. Travis Burns converted, and it was an early 6-point lead for the Robins. Just 8 minutes or so later, Rovers, on the back of some good work from Josh Hodgson, which carried them into the danger zone, used quick hands to exploit the numbers out on the Wakefield right. It went via Keating through Wellham, who put a delightful pass to his wingman Amari Caro. Burns couldn't convert, but at 10-0 Rovers had made a good start. They struck again on the 30th minute. A good burst upfield from Rhys Lovegrove set up the position. Rovers got the penalty, and from close range, Josh Hodgson burrowed his way over. Burns converted, and it was 16-0. Wakefield had threatened at times, but had made too many mistakes, and it was a mistake on the kick of Chris Keating in behind the try line on the 5th tackle. Paul Sykes unable to take it safely. Chris Wellham got the ground in. Burns converted, and at half-time Rovers are halfway towards a good victory. They lead by 22 points to 0.